That was a really cool game to be a part of at the end. A number of the players absolutely emptied the tank. And here in the locker room, you could see guys who were gassed, and they were also pissed, because they really went for it. And that's honestly, as the coach, what you're looking for. We came down here to say, could we go get better? We had 2 opportunities to come do that at the practice and at the game. And I think we absolutely did that. It's not going to show that, on the win column today, but you do learn and you get better in these moments. And knowing that as the games come down to the end, there's value in that. And so I love the guys, how tough they are, how hard they played for one another. And like I said, the end was an absolute blast just to be on the sideline and putting guys in different spots who hadn't been there. And, Chig inside the nickel, Whiteside at safety, and McCaffrey back punt returning, just all the things that you wanted to see guys in their most competitive element. That's what tonight was. So, it was just, really good 4 days for us to find out a lot about our team. And hats off to Mike and their team for being great hosts at the practice. And then into the game, we knew it was going to be a good fight, and it was. So with all that said, I'm glad to open it up to you guys and start on some questions.
You talked about in our production meeting about these guys that are trying to get their name called.
Yes.
The squad, and you went down to the final drive. And you just said you enjoyed that. What did you see out of your guys? Your guys who we know are on the squad, and the guys who are trying to make.
Yeah. What I saw defensively, I really felt the running and the hitting, coming to life. Some good third down stops, a stop after a turnover. So I felt that part, more than anything defensively of coming to life. On the offensive side, I thought, what a cool moment for Trace to come, after no practice. I said, keep that to yourself, that you can play without practicing, but to really come in and battle and be right in it at the end. And so it was fun going through it. Hey, we're in 4 downs, we're going for 2, and just so we had a really clear vision of what it was going to look like. I want us to feel really comfortable in those moments. You've heard us talk about situations a lot, and obviously the more we practice them, the better we're going to get at those things. I want it to feel normal for us to be in those spots.
When Jayden had that 13-yard run at the stood up and was smiling at you on the sideline,
Yes.
sure we can guess what the conversation was like, but
Double secret probation he is on, all right? And but no, for him, I thought he had another really good outing, honestly. I don't know passing-wise what it was, but the accuracy, the decision-making of where to go, he really is a unique competitor. And but yes, he was definitely in trouble again with the head coach.
Going from Top Gun to Animal House?
That's exactly right. So he does not have a 0.0. I will absolutely assure you of that. But yeah, did that come out on the TV that I was telling him to slide or get down? Is that okay? There we go.
Getting the ball out really quickly, was that an emphasis for you guys tonight, or was that just how?
No, I think that's how it happened. I think early on we had a double move called to block up. Sometimes they're there on the shot, sometimes they're not, depending on what the coverage is. They've got a good aggressive defense on some blitzes and stuff too, so that could be a factor in sometimes when you're getting a zero blitz or all out, you want to get the ball out quickly. So it was probably more a product of what the defense was doing and how to get rid of the ball and move it that way.
Where are you guys at with the kicking situation?
I'd say certainly not completed, and so for us, hitting it at 2 for 4, I believe, is what we came out for. We got work to do. We got practice next week, and we'll see where that takes us. But I was pleased for see Riley come back. He had an early miss and say, man, we're going to get a lot more chances here in this game to go for it. And so see a player come back in that spot. When you go through the adverse times, like, hey, all right, clear the mechanism, let's go back into it, and the process and what to do. So that's basically all I explained to him and say, man, get right back to it, because he had a fantastic day Thursday. And I think you guys were there who were at practice saw, I think he was 6 for 6 and maybe 3 of them over 50. So I think in pregame he hit over 60 yards today. And so he was really ready. And so those are hard when you don't nail the performances, when you really feel ready. And so we got work to do there.
What you guys have talked about the emphasis on takeaways of the season, and got your first one of the preseason today. Are you feeling better about that process kind of bearing fruit, or was it
I'm feeling better. Yes, Dave. Sorry, I answered too quickly. But we've got a lot of work to do in that spot, just to make it part of what we do. And so, like most things, habits aren't created in one game or one preseason game or one time. It's over and over of us doing it. And the tackling, the takeaways, breaking tackles, making explosive plays. Those are just kind of pillars of our program and how we're going to get down. So, yeah, that's going to be an emphasis from here all the way through. The thing I was pleased about tonight was to really see, I felt speed, I felt tackling, I felt hitting, I felt, aggressive style of play. And that's what I want you and our fans, everybody who watched us play, say, man, these guys absolutely bring it.
Yeah, how do you feel about that third running back position?
Well, I'd say, I saw B-Rob early. I thought he ran heavy, to go and strong. I don't know how many, wasn't a lot of carries, but I have a very good sense for what he is. And he's hard to tackle, so for the other players on their side. As it goes into third and fourth running back and on down, you really are trying to find a couple of different styles of players. So I thought Wiley had some ones to go. We're trying to find out guys on special teams. I thought Jeremy's been, consistent in doing what we're doing. So the next, couple weeks, we'll bring that out. And that's what games like this and the special teams moments are for. But, as far as like a completion for it, we're not there yet.
How important is it for you? Some coaches might just not even talk to a guy that's had an error. Right? You had Kaz with a fumble, and we saw you on the broadcast. You were right there, just dribble a little bit. Same thing with Royal. How important is that for you to make sure that they know that you have their back?
I think belief, is a big deal for a player. And sometimes not talking to somebody can show you don't have belief. And by ignoring somebody or just not showing them that. And so I think the best of the best players can have a lot of confidence and are still going to have some times where it fails and doesn't go good. And so in those moments, you want to remind them of things, this is how to create it and correct it, because if you keep hanging on to that into the next play or the next down, it could certainly affect you. So it was just really about resetting and making sure, hey, this is the next moment, the next time, and go for it. But at the end, those are the ones that keep you up at night, as a ball player and as a coach. And we want to make sure we can get them corrected and find out why, a missed kick happened, or my approach too close to the ball, or how did it get knocked out. And sometimes you got to give the credit to the other guys. I didn't see the one exactly on Kaz yet, but I know the competitor's right.
Take 3 more.
Could you talk a little bit about the receivers you talked about, finding that second, third guy? Did anybody stand out particularly today?
Yeah, I know that's a narrative in here, but it's not as much with me. And so I wanted to be clear on that. I'm glad that you asked it, because we're trying to feature all the things that players can do. And it's, easier because Terry's Terry and clear cut to where it goes. And a number of the other guys have really brought some nice attributes to the team. Like, I love Jahan taking deep routes and in breakers, and I think you saw that in practice on the other day. And I felt Diami getting on top of people and being strong. I've seen, OZ working the slot, aggressive hand. So by that position and finding what players can do, that's our job to put them into that spot. But I don't see it as one person has to be into this space. I just want the guys to be absolutely flying and at their best and competing and playing with urgency. It's not about a number at a position. It's really about just the urgency, competitiveness, contested catches, route running, getting away from press coverage, beating man-to-man. Those are all the things that I look for. But it doesn't have to be a 1, a 2, a 3. It just has to be really consistent. And I like the group. They're fighting hard. I couldn't think of a better guy to work with than Bobby to help develop them. So we're going to keep finding the things that they can do and then try to hopefully feature them in those best ways.
Jayden Davis on that strength side. How do you feel about just sort of his progress and playing on the edge? And is he at the point you want him to be?
I think that was a big step. And when you put that much work in, it's nice to be rewarded for that. He's really put in a lot of work with Ryan and with Daryl to get that part of his game right. And going into the game, we had some injuries at linebacker. And so would we put him back down there? I said, I really want to see him down on the line of scrimmage again. He's getting close to what we want to see. Even before the sack, he did a nice job on the keeper. That was a rollout, and you just felt his speed. And so it was exciting to see all the players get that excited for him. You can generally see when the sideline erupts for somebody what their teammates think about him, and I think they're recognizing how hard Jamin's putting in the work for it. So it was good to see him rewarded for that.
Last one.
I'll allow a couple more, so I'm good. I just overruled him. How about that? Very good.
At kickoff return, you kind of held him safe for you guys in both games. Should we read that as a little bit narrowed, or?
Nope, I wouldn't read it yet. What I would read is that it was awesome. I thought they put a couple that were on the ground. That was some good kicks, and I think that could be some of the things. If some kickers are capable of that, it makes it a tough return because you can actually take off when the ball hits the ground as opposed to waiting. So there's some strategy to go through that. But no, we're still digging for it, and I've got lots of confidence in Jamison and his return on the punt side. So getting some other guys some work. You saw Kaz and Luke and some others back there, so that was a part of it.
Will Jayden play next week?
We'll talk through all the stuff Monday. When we get back, we got a lot of players, 90 of them. So I'm not gonna say one will play and 98 won't or something like that. So, but it'll be an awesome topic for Monday.
Good.
Anybody else? I'll allow one more. This is Sean.
Broadcast said sometimes he feels like people jump on the negative plays with him. Have you talked with him about that at all? And
Yes.
How to keep his kind of face looking forward?
I have.
What's those conversations like?
I think, there's a narrative that can happen for any ball player outside the building versus inside the building. And I wanted to make sure he was aware of the decisions that we'll make, Adam and I, are ones that come from inside the building, not from outside. And I love the way he's competing at practice. I thought he had a really physical play down the first part of the red zone in the practice. And so I illustrated that to him on Thursday night, to say, I know he's been under the fire a little bit, but competitive plays like that go a long way. And so that's where I was at. All right, you guys have a safe trip back. It's okay.
How did you feel about it? The smile on your face?
Yeah, I feel good. I just love playing football. Like I said last week, going out there and just trying to execute at a high level. Wish we would have finished with some touchdowns, but put the team in the position to score points.
You, at the end of the game, might be the biggest cheerleader. The final play.
Yeah, man. I want to win, so it came down. Obviously, we just signed Trace, so for him to go out there, to put us in the position to go out there and win the game, man, come down on the last play, it was win or lose at that point.
After your 13-yard run, it looked like you knew what Coach was going to say at that point. What was that conversation like?
I mean, he pretty much probably told y'all I can get down, but it's something that it's a constant battle between me and him. It's a fine line of knowing when to take your chances and when to get down. Right there, I honestly didn't think there was a lot of people by me. So after I got tackled, I went down a little bit. He's on the sideline like, get down. And so that's just our little joke that we have going on.
How do you balance that going forward? Knowing when to get out of bounds or get down or just play your game?
I mean, still learning. God blessed me with a gift. So I don't want to take that away. I know that they don't want it to be taken away, but it's finalized staying healthy, longevity, and stuff like that.
Is that a struggle for a guy who's got the physical gifts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very competitive, so I want to make explosive plays, score a lot of touchdowns, things like that. So I think that's what kind of gives me my competitive side.
It seems like you and De'Ami have a good rapport. Where's that coming from?
Just the work that we put in daily, not just me and him, but everybody. Go out there and just talking through stuff, knowing timing, and it basically comes down to trust, and we trust each other.
I think you connected with at least 6 receivers in the first quarter or so. Was that, like Yanni, is that just a product of working with them together? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's just playing football. Pre-snap, trying to have an idea where you're going with the football, and post-snap, reacting to other different things. But, they trust me to put the ball where it needs to be. I trust them to win and get open. So that's just something that we just kept working. When I first got here all the way through, something we can continue to keep working. And hopefully out there they know I trust them to go out there and win.
How hard is it for you right now to do what you're doing? Because obviously you're having fun out there, and a lot of people say you make it look really easy, but how easy is it?
I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's just kind of just knowing to go to football, going out there and trying to execute. Cliff calls the plays, and we want to attack different things, and we got receivers that could go out there and make plays.
How much fun is it for you to get to root on other guys? Like, college, you were kind of out there all the time.
Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, seeing those guys go out there and compete too. I know we all have one thing in common: we want to win, and it's fun seeing people make plays. A lot of people, some people might not get the limelight. It's their chance to go out there and make plays, so it's fun.
A lot of rookies come in with a lot of talent. How much do you think the success you're having in these first 2 games, right, is a product of all of that work, early in the morning? How much more comfortable do you feel? Do you think you feel
Yeah, it's continuous battle to keep working, keep getting better, but the work that you put in, it shows. And something that I always stand by, what's done in the dark always comes to the light. So you got to put in the work if you're going to be successful in this business.
You had more of your line starting up front. How was it working with them, and how did you think they held up?
I held up well. I didn't get touched back there, so it was a successful night. But it's great having those guys out there back fully for a game, and we can work that chemistry and camaraderie as far as offense.
Couple more. Jayden, coach said he has what he calls troubleshoot Monday, right? As a competitor, are there already things that you're kind of bouncing around your head that kind of need to come out on that troubleshoot Monday that you need to improve on?
I mean, we just need to finish drives better as an offense. Trying to limit the penalties that kind of killed our drives. And other than that, I mean, the name of the game is we want to score touchdowns. So obviously I hold the offense to a high standard, hold myself to a high standard. I know Cliff would be saying the same thing, man. We want to put touchdowns on the board. We don't want to settle for field goals and stuff like that. But other than that, you got to go back and watch the film, and when that time comes, obviously DQ and then we'll have what they got to say. But for us, it's just we got to finish better.
The third down throw to Terry where he was down the left side, was that I'm under pressure, I just got to chuck this, maybe my guy can make a play?
Yeah, they caught us in the blitz, and they disguised it real well. So I knew I was hot. Kind of we're in a territory we don't want to take any sacks. We have points on the board, so throw the ball, at least try to throw it away and give Terry a shot to go make a play, and that's what it was.
For a rookie to have all that in your head about not taking a sack in that territory and everything, is that natural to you, or are you learning all those things on the fly?
Yeah, I'm learning too. That's something that we talk about in the quarterback room, and with DQ Harps, man. We got points and dirty throwaways. That's what we call it in the quarterback room. It's a time and a place for everything to go out there and make a play, but if we're in the range of where we can score points and it could help swing the game, momentum, stuff like that, let's see another down.
What do you take from this weekend as well? Just the joint practice, the game. What do you learn from it?
It was great to go out there, obviously practice and see different looks, different blitzes that teams, might try to throw at us. And obviously the DC's over there, he came from the Baltimore tree. So obviously we play Baltimore later on in the year. So just trying to go out there and see different looks. It's a chess match at the end of the day. They're trying to get us and expose us, and we're trying to do the same thing.
Appreciate it, Jayden. Thanks.
Thank you.
Much, Jayden.